How are you? Welcome to my kitchen again. Get a pencil and a piece of paper and hurry along with me because today we're going to do so much at once. Yeah, that's what he says. And if you're sitting at home saying, Agnes, I wonder if you can roll a pie crust, well, it's none of your business. Not too much. Measure these things in your hand first, remember? So otherwise you'll have a terrible time when the kid comes running in from the yard and he claims he's just been murdered by the neighbor boy and it's just a cut in his finger, but you lose track and you don't know what you've poured in there. So use it in your hand first. Pour it in your hand first. All right, Jeffrey, stop using your apron for your towel. I'm trying, ma'am, I'm trying. I can't deal without pork fat. Goodbye, my dear. There you are. You know, that's what they did with me in surgery. Should I tell you that? You see, I just happened, ouch. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I just took these out of the oven just before you came. I never cook something that's alive. You know what? I've just done it. That isn't the one I want you to see. Don't look at that. I've got to stir this down before it attacks. This one looks like Jabba the Hutt. It's going to crawl out of the bowl and get me. Well, let me show you some that have been bubbling and spitting. Cinnamon ice cream. It is cinnamon. Are you enjoying this conversation today? I'm very happy with it. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh, sorry about the racket. There we are. Oh, I'm going to get a letter from Des Moines, Iowa again. Madam, please don't write. When I got my first automobile, the first woman that I invited out for a date, it was not my girlfriend, not my sister, not my mother, it was Nettie. She was a kick. Nettie would spend a lot of time doing this because Nettie was a tough old woman. She had to be. Living in the Montana. I saw her 6-gun. She had a 6-gun that she used to use for shooting rattlesnakes when the kids were out in the yard. Can you imagine? This is my grandma. So when she made noodles, she did it the old way. She used a roller, and I'll show you how it's done. No, I've never learned to crack eggs 2 at a time. One of my helpers here can. He thinks he's really cool. And I always get shells and things. Just like Nettie, you know. And I thought it so fascinating to have a grandma that could make noodles on the weekend and yell at the governor of the state of Washington on the weekdays, and she did. Boy, you couldn't put Nettie down. You're either cooking or you're drinking. That's my theory. Soy sauce in cheese? Yes, I'm doing the cooking. The Japanese claim that food should feast the eyes as well as the stomach. Today I'm concerned with just the stomach. Let's see if we can. There we go. Sometimes the gas stove acts like a Methodist. I'm a Methodist, so I can say that it gets hot when it wants to, not when it should, you know. I met one fellow, I think, once in my life who was not a garlic fan. And, you know, he was weird. He walked funny. He thought strange things. He doesn't like wine. He doesn't like garlic. I've never seen him again. No way to base a friendship. And it is done. Did you get that? Wow! Jeffrey, you amaze me. Garlic, garlic, garlic. I love it. I peeled a little garlic for you. Oh, boy, does it ever set up. I'm going to put in 2 or 3. They're so tiny. What's the matter, bay leaves? Get back in the pan. Maybe I'm not all right, huh? I've just decided I want to convert the whole back bedroom of our house into a pasta factory. Pepper pot, smoking hot. So our American turkey is not the East Coast turkey, which was wild, but the Mexican turkey, which was running around with the American Indians and was heisted by the Spaniards and taken back to Europe. Did you get all that? This thing has so many gadgets on it, I'm not sure whether it's in wash, rinse, or for dainty things. Wash the bird in soapy water using a coarse cloth to clean the skin thoroughly. Rinse well. I should hope so. Please don't cook without a fire extinguisher. It's absurd. It's insulting. It's nasty. It's evil. It's wrong. And this gorgeous dark-skinned man would stand in front of the stove and throw pots and scream and yell. It was a horrifying experience at first until I realized he was a very tender and affectionate man, and he taught me to cook Lebanese food. If my 12-pound dog fits in my roaster, will my 12-pound turkey fit? Take the dog out first, lady, all right? I smell terrific. Oh, do you want to know what we're cooking? That was a fair question. No, I'm not Lebanese. Some of you have written and asked. I'm a Norwegian. And in the old days, the gal would go out in the backyard and she'd call the chicken and thank her. We're talking basic times in New England. If you talk to the chicken and go back into the house with the eggs, chicken was kind of involved in the whole operation here. This is a 10-pound chocolate bar. I'll make a confession to you that I've never made before. I have been known to sit in bed at night and eat an entire pound of first-quality chocolates along with beer. Can you believe it? Everyone thinks I'm crazy, but it's... All right? No, it is not like lutefisk. Please, let's stop that. Lutefisk is in a camp all of its own. There, ouch, ouch. There. What I want to do is to tell you can do something crazy with this. Do you remember when you were a little kid, there was a lady down the street who was the mother of one of your friends, and she would invite you down for dinner once in a while, and she had potatoes, mashed potatoes, and she'd put them on the plate, and they would run off the edge? I remember her. Her name was Mrs. Vidovic. Remember, when you're cooking with hot oil, you're not to have anybody in the kitchen. No children, no cats, no dogs, no hamsters, no parakeets, no goldfish, nothing. Chocolates, 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 chocolates. I love it. Chocolates. Listen. I had 3 lunches. I couldn't stop ordering. Then I went to Durgan Park and, of course, got sick and insulted by some wonderful waitresses. Dorothy is just one of the most wonderful and one of the rudest women I've ever met in my life. And, dear heart, if you're out there, turn off your television set. Gotcha. Whoops, that one's stuck. That's the good stuff. I may get into real trouble with everyone at this point, from everyone from the veterinarian's department to the National Drug Association. We'll see. You didn't think I'd do it, did you? Look at it go. And I don't want you to put too many on and then die. I want the kids to enjoy this sandwich too, so I'm going to just put a couple on. Let me show you some others that I've tried, may I? And no, I don't do the dishes. That's none of your business. He thinks mushrooms taste like dirt. Look at this. Now, this is a horse syringe. I think these are illegal. And I tell you to look at it and I won't let you. Isn't that awful? Sorry. Here it is. Here it is. Remember, when you're cutting, keep your fingers bent under. You cut this way. Don't you dare stick your fingers out. I'll get you. You know, I prowl around at night and I peek in windows and watch how you're cutting for your dinner. So I'm going to find out one of these days and you'll be sorry. All right, inject the breast. Just stick it right in the old breast and inject. Whoops, good. I have a friend by the name of Bosco at our studio, and Bosco will eat anything. This poor guy can't stand it any longer. For heaven's sakes, feed him. Okay, Ralph, let her rip. No, I couldn't help myself. On the way home, I lost control and dove into it, right in the car. Isn't it noodles we're doing? Oh, who put that wonderful sauce on my hamburger? If you're nervous about that kind of measuring, why? Be nervous. There's an air bubble in there somewhere that we don't need. Well, this isn't a very good ad for the company, is it? Come on, machine, go. Mine at home works great, and it'll cream this up lickety-split. We're going to pretend that that's done, but it's really not. Okay. Close as we're going to get, I'm afraid. Here's where you get into trouble. Somebody came up to me the other day in a market in the South, and she said, I bought one that looks just like yours, and it broke. I said, madam, it wasn't mine. Buy a good one. It looks like they were made by a bunch of squirrels. And Carrots is a real twit. She is just a fusspot. She loves fresh shrimp and cat food, and she'll eat nothing else. Please simply stop eating so many eggs for breakfast, will you? She was a dear little round lady, a dark skin and dark hair, and lovely, lovely smile. And she kept bubble gum in her pockets. I don't remember, in her apron pocket, I remember. Good Lord, everything's going to taste the same. No, it's not. No, it's not. Not going to be that way at all. And this should work in one whack, you see, if I know what I'm doing. Well, of course I don't, because you're watching. There it is. If I can get my knives cleaned off here. Look at all the tomato sauce. It spreads, you know. It spreads like the great tomato sauce that ate Newark. He's drying right now. He's been hanging here for about 8 hours. Garlic. He's made 4 dishes, Agnes, and he's got garlic and everything. Well, I expect a wild evening. Hit it! I know who you are. You're the Frugal Gourmet. Good Lord, you're sloppy. Well, where's my little knife? Who knows where my little knife is? It's where all little knives go when you're trying to cook. They hide out in special drawers. Because it's important to me. Wonk, wonk. I'm sorry, I can't stand it. I've got to do it now. That's just terrific. Molded Spam. You know what? I think we've just had the disastrous moment you're waiting for. I almost said Spam. I don't want Spam. This is a shark fin. Look at that. We had Spam, I remember that. Some of you I'm going to lose on this one, but I don't care. Oh, how English, how very, very English. I'm going to put a little nutmeg. There we go. Little nutmeg on my, whoops. Don't become distressed if you throw potatoes all over the walls. What am I talking about? I want to put 6 slices of toast. Now you're saying, boy, he is getting basic today, isn't he? I really liked it. I was surprised, you see. Don't put your head in there. Do it when your mother-in-law isn't around, okay? What does she know? And let them cook up. Cook down, not up, down. What a noisy thing. And you notice I'm holding on to the handle, right? And you know what? It's just burning me to death. Get rid of the bottom here. Don't throw things away. Stop. Hold it. I don't want any excuses for not using fresh garlic. Boy, I hope we can find some room around here. This is getting to be serious. Boy, that's good. You're just waiting for me to chop my thumb off someday, I know. Wouldn't it be awful on national television to go, owie! Okay. Dum-dum-dum. Yeah. Here we go. Have to find the right pot. Crunch, and it'll all come apart. I want to live without Christmas trees and ice cream. I don't want to at all. You can use pigeons. You can use squirrel. Come on, Dad. Come on, Dad. You can use rabbit. You can use chicken. Then I'll bang it on my chest and throw it on the ceiling. And you can use anything but the neighbor's cat. We'll have a good time. That's a little touchy, you know. Who cares? I'm going to keep cooking. All right. Black as hell. No, see, that isn't right. So I ate about 2 quarts of ice cream a night. Dark as night, black as hell. It's looking better to you, isn't it? Ha ha! I knew I'd get you. Oh, and something, and sweet as love. You're a nice man. Oh, you're just waiting for me to blow this, aren't you? I don't think that's very nice at all. We want a chunk of, whoops, keep your fingers bent under. Well, I'm glad we got another one here. And then we got a chunk of, and don't ask who cleans up, it's none of your business. I just dropped it and I was trying to get away with it. Trying to get away without rolling it back up, but that won't work. Let's do this, huh? Oh, you didn't think I could do that. You didn't think I would do it. Well, there it is. You remember why I'm doing that, don't you? Because I'm not very smart, that's why. Dandelion greens, good heavens. Coffee on chicken? I can just hear you now. Boy, he's on the edge, Agnes. No, kids, the pan is not that hot. I'm all right, thank you. Well, tonight, Joshua, we're having baked bean soup. And he says, baked bean soup? Dad, you're over the edge. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm going to put in enough pepper to simply stop traffic. I smell better than the chicken. You'll get hair in the pot. Maybe I won't, but you might. These are canned. And today it's cheese. Don't you dare yuck at me. You cut that out. I had to calculate all this for you because I don't know what 180,000 pounds of milk looks like. Take your hat and coat off and we'll get started. Everything's chopped up, including that. Whoops. There's the paddle, too. We don't need that. No, that's what used to happen. Ouch, 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 ouch. Just like child-proof cartons. You know, I can't get those open either. This one I will not share with my friends. This one I'm going to eat. This one I'm going to eat. Maryland has been cooked too much. Sorry, Maryland. Do you get the feeling that I run all over the country and eat? Mayonnaise? Oh, let's see, I need a couple chives in the milk here. That's not good. The whites are done, no. And beer costs $12 a pitcher. How clever the king of the universe is to create the chicken. Well, that was the end of lunch. I didn't even know what to do. You don't like the word goat fat? Listen, in biblical times, that was a sign of great happiness. Isn't this wild? Goat fat. My mother made tons of fruitcake every Christmas. 8 tons. Oh. She'd want me to eat all of it, and I just couldn't do it. My mother wouldn't let me near the kitchen when she was baking a cake. I don't know why. Do I have a surprise for you? You ever see a stuffed olive stick his pimento out at you? Mine just did. I wanted to play with the dough a bit. I feel a lot better. You see, so you've got the whole barnyard involved in this dish. Smith, take a whiff. Tell me what you think. Yes, it's yummy, yes? Get out here right now. Right now. No fooling around. Are you with me? No, it's not gross. They do it every morning. Bottled water. Staten Island. All the neighbors know what you're doing, but who cares, for heaven's sakes? That's all right. Just don't let your mother-in-law see you doing that. You know, she figures that things aren't going well in the household. Look out, we're all going to be killed here. Frug, you dummy. For the rest of the day, you'll smell like anchovy and garlic. The cat will love you. Marvelous. What's wrong with this place? Talk to the dough. This is, cooking with a 2x4 now, dear? You got to stay ahead. This is just like the one they have in the restaurant in New York City called, what is it? Willow Oak? When God said lemon bee, this is what she got. Oolok, we were both slurping coffee. Anyhow, it's on 40, West 46. It's a terrific place. I win. I can't remember the name. I'm so sorry. I'm convinced that triangle that of pathway in the middle that you see there is as dangerous as the Bermuda Triangle. We'd lose whole people in the place. Sure, go ahead and rinse off your hands while I preach a short sermon about corn. It's raining out, David. Put on your walk.
Tastes like orange peels.
Or you can, you take a camping. Bloop, 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 bloop. Wait a minute, how'd you get in there? You didn't wash your hands yet. Doesn't take long. You see, these are too large to wear, but you could. A couple of lemons on the floor on Christmas should be perfectly appropriate. I give up. That's exactly the one. Even jolly old St. Nicholas couldn't beat that look, I'll tell you. Wow. What is all this smoke, you guys? Are you addicted to smoke? I can't believe it. How can I be talking to you this way? Okay, Dad, step back. This is the Frugal Gourmet with his coffee cup. All natural food. You don't want all that stuff. Are you tired of people who tell you they've given you the whole recipe and they cheat on one ingredient? Cut their heads off. You know that in Texas, you can be thrown in jail for cooking spare ribs too fast? You and I can preserve ourselves with joy and a good hug. Richmond, Virginia is one of my favorite cities. Stay at the, I can't remember the name of the hotel. But this is what we used to do at Drew. That's in New Jersey. The square, the common square. Common house, common wheel, common something. I'm getting snippy with you, I'm sorry. It's right across the street from the Capitol building, which was designed by my good friend, Tom Jefferson. We've always talked to the chickens in our house. A wonderful place to stay, and you can have barbecue that will just cause you to weep. All right, I'm confusing you already. Wow. I just have to yell at this bone and he comes right out. Get out of there. See? What'd I tell you? Are you in an optimistic mood? No. No? Excuse me while I have a little cleanup job here. This is a corn and clam chowder. Now remember, well, it's not one yet. I just have some onions in the pan. Throw the meat on it, it climbs out of the pan. You throw it back in the pan, it climbs out again. I wouldn't invite the Queen of England in. I don't know that she likes barbecue, but I'd certainly invite in everybody else. Why do you use the word barbecue when you haven't put this meat on a stick from beard to tail? I don't know. And remember, you go to jail if you cook the ribs too fast. How much is a 1/4 teaspoon? That'll blow the lid right off the building. We're talking yummy. All right, let's try that. That'll only blow up 1 floor. That's fine. 2 ounces would be about like that. All right? And he smirked, and he said, fresh ginger. Try that. All right. That's 2 ounces. Do you think this is going to set up like pudding? Otherwise, I'm not going to let a silly food blender get in the way of our relationship. Sometimes people don't want to talk with you. What is a professional fire starter? Pyromaniac, that's what he is. Good Lord, there's something strange in here. Isn't that delicious? Oh, Ian, go sit down. He can't even talk. There it is. He went in there so fast you didn't get to see him. I'm sorry. All right. And it is beer and cheese. Nothing to it. Good heavens, what's he making? Well, it's going to be good. You just be patient. I'll show you. Ugh. Where's the beer, Agnes? Be patient. The beer's coming. Then we're going to add an entire 1/5 of cheap bourbon. You smell. And then you smell some more because the glass is hotter than a firecracker. Now, don't ask me what kind of beer. I don't care. Whatever kind you like. I have good reason to eat garlic. I'm going to die pretty soon. You know, I've only got about 30 or 40 more years. And I've got a lot of garlic yet to eat. I love garlic. I'd love to have that full of beer, too. If someone would bring me a plate of snow... Oh, I couldn't get along without that. I love nutmeg, but I hate to buy things that are already pre-ground. You know my rule about that. You don't know who ground it. You don't know what they were grinding up. So don't do it. It smells too much like a house that's on fire. You know what I mean? Ah, come on. I get 1 vote for tomato soup, 1 vote for undone chocolate. I'm leaving, kids. I'll see you Tuesday. All right? You're on your own. It's a live show. Goodbye. I can't stand it any longer. Let's go back to the kitchen and begin cooking, huh? People who tell me they don't have time to peel garlic are just kidding themselves. They don't have time to enjoy their food either, I bet. Or they eat in a hurry and run off, you know. Who needs it? Who needs it? Beautiful dressing of mustard and wine and onions, salt and pepper, garlic. Drive them crazy. They won't know what you're doing. It'll work well. No fish. We can't stand fish. Opa! You see? You didn't yell quick enough. And your own favorite rutabagas, right? Isn't that your favorite, Jordan? Is not it? All right. Boop. Chili, a disgusting dish from the States that has never been seen in Mexico, period. Look at all these bottles. Good Lord, I feel like a cheap pharmacist. What are you watching? Oh, this guy in his garbage can? Lord, they're heavy. Well, I'm teasing. I went out and bought this. Moms. You want to mix? Go to it. It doesn't look very good yet, does it? No, it really doesn't. Da-dum-bum. Black bean, ginger, Cincinnati chili. Here it is. You couldn't get a lamb chop in that place if you were the president of Italy. Don't kill yourself here, Smith. I'm chilied out. What are you laughing for?
Because it's funny.
Okay. We're going to, let's put a little garnish on this. It's got to have something. How about some dead parsley? Oh, here we go. This doesn't look too bad. Don't bother eating them. They may be diseased. What?
Yuck.
What do you mean, yuck? You don't like it? You don't like it? This was considered high class in its time. What about you? No? Well, all right, let's try the pound cake. Boy, I'm getting nowhere here. I'm going to make it better. Your constant optimism is a joy to all young people, Stephanie. If you are Greek, you agree with me. If you are French, you are furious with me. If you are Italian, you're probably going to agree eventually. Unexpected guests, I think, are deplorable people. They have no reason to march into your house and expect to be fed unless they at least call you when they're 6 blocks away. Whoops, come on, get out of there. One last clam. He must be a Methodist. Come here, dear. There we go. Well? Where are you working tomorrow? I don't know. Blech. Don't you laugh at me, because I know how dirty your cookbooks are, even if they're mine. Is anything coming through?
No,
It's not?
not really.
Is my finger coming through? But it's possible to omit garlic in some dishes, like waffles, you know, something like that. Everybody run! It's a drunk chicken. The people you cook for, that's all you've got, let's face it. Unless you don't like them, then I can't imagine what you're feeding them. I can't imagine it. There is no such thing as pre-cracked pepper. That is a plot to take over the government of the United States or some crazy thing. You crack it fresh. And while it looks very, very rich, you have to understand that the Jewish household has sweet things on the table. At the same time, they have sour things on the table, because Jews understand that life is really sweet and sour. It's bittersweet. It's like Charlie Brown when he talks about good grief. Or it's like the term the Frugal Gourmet. 2 opposing things come together and helps you understand another possibility for reality. You understand that? Heavy theology today. But let's see. Hot and spicy squids on the other side. Come with me. Yes, yes, my dear. And don't ask me about doing a show on, on lovemaking, for heaven's sakes, when these 2 chickens Never mind. And of course, here is the inwood. The inwood being, of course, mesquite. I tried cooking with oak, and it smelled like I had roasted the pork over my grandmother's antique table. You know, burned up the table too. Ugh, I don't like it. I don't need to smell that way. What is that? That's not a casserole, dear. That's bad food. Good Lord, you put garlic in everything. I thought you were doing a show on lovemaking. What is a medium onion? It's smaller than a big one and bigger than a small one. Oh, I don't know what it is. And now we want 2 cups of red wine. Just pour it right in there. That was 18 glurgs. 18 glurgs or 2 cups. Got it? I counted the glurgs. It's much easier than counting the cups. I'm teasing you. Now, for your other person, I suggest you make them chicken under a brick. Would you stop laughing? It's not a gimmick in that sense. It's going to work. Poor chicken is given all he can give. Don't serve him naked. At least dress him up a bit. There you are. Unless you expect your party to get out of hand. I'm using a lot of cheese today, aren't I? Look at yourself. Now, what I want you to do is to simmer this for 20 minutes in a saucepan on your stove. I'm not going to bother to do that today because I simply don't have time to have you stand here and watch me simmer sauce and babble about Africa, though we could do it. We'd have no trouble doing it. You know that. I may get sick. No, I didn't make my own. If you want to do that, I'm proud of you. These were frozen, but that's all right. Look at that, Mommy. He keeps putting his hand in the frying pan. And the moisture will come out of the brick, and you'll have that kind of chicken that I used to know as a child, the chicken that ran around in our backyard. Yes, it was hard for me when my mother killed them. I usually had them all named, you see, and I'd come home and Harold was gone. Oh, are cooks really children who never learned to give up mud pies? I don't think so. But of course. Let's try it and see what we have. Oh, it's perfect. Jeffrey, how do you do it? How do you do it? Did you just get the feeling that sometimes I am writing recipes as we go along? You're very astute. In answer to another one of your questions, you've written me and asked about whether or not I wear the same tie each time, whether or not we do the shows all in one day. No, it takes a long time to do a show. And yes, I have several ties. Oh, and no, my wife doesn't come and clean up the kitchen. Those are the most commonly asked questions that I have. So now they've all been answered, and you won't have to worry about it again. So what we're really making for our guests and for ourselves is belly button salad. For goodness sakes, don't use nutmeg that's been ground by someone you don't even know. Good God, you don't know what they put in there. This one is probably my favorite, I think. Very delicious. Then we have an asparagus quiche. No, that one's my favorite. Ready for the bad line? Zwiebelkuchen, yeah? I'm going to confuse you a bit, but I've done that before. Here, egg. Here, egg. Well, I know I put it in there. Yes, yeah. See me after class. And then we're going to add a half of a cup. Oops! Make a mess here for us, huh? What if this thing explodes? What are we going to do? Beans all over the place. Well, I can think of worse deaths, can't you? There we are. Okay, he goes into the casserole. I know this looks like a bowl. Pretend it's a casserole. I'm always afraid that if I ever do that on camera, I'm going to wind up with a slug in here. You know that? Wouldn't that be awful? What would I say to you? I'd say, there's a slug in the lettuce. What else do you say? Don't fight with food, please. That violates everything that we're trying to do in the Frugal Gourmet. No sugar in it. Only butter fat and goat fat. Tastes just like northern Germany. You know that? There you have it.